Hey everyone, we're here again with Survivor Season 44, Episode 2. All right, last time we had Brandon playing an idol for himself. I think it was like six people in the tribe. Three people voted, and another three didn't vote. One used her vote to bank a vote, so she get an extra vote. The other two played the shot in the dark, and one of them won it, and neither one of them needed it. And so it ended up three people voting. Two of them voted for Brandon, and Brandon played an idol for himself, and he voted for Maddie. Maddie, one of the people voting for him, went home, and the other one would vote for him. I think it was Hank. Maybe Hank is his name. Yeah, now he's left on his own, and he has to explain why he voted for him. What's that guy's name? Was it Michael? The other guy, one of the guys that was aligned with Brandon, who played a shot in the dark, he did it because he didn't want to reveal any of his cards, so that he doesn't have to vote for anyone, and he could just say he was with whoever wins in the showdown, pretty much, which is pretty strategic, and it's kind of a smart move, I guess, but he would have just been better off just because he wanted to flush Brandon's idol, and he wanted to work with Brandon. So he could have just told Brandon that what was going down, and Brandon would have played the idol anyways, and he could have voted with him. It was a weird decision to make, to be honest. I think everyone only has like one shot in the dark, so he just wasted a turn. Maybe he can do it again. I don't know. So that's how that went down. And I think that's the orange tribe. On the green tribe, this season is just perplexing to me because there's a severe lack of testosterone. There are men, there are women, but no one possesses any level of testosterone at all in their body. And it's very confusing to watch because I don't encounter these kinds of people in my everyday life, which is not a bad thing, but they're also not entertaining to watch. I feel like I'm watching one of those drama shows that ladies watch, maybe a Lifetime thing, or maybe Gossip Girl, whatever, those ridiculous shows that I really, really would detest even spectating for even a second. And it's bugging me. It's bugging me. I don't even know who to root for. I don't care about any of them. Maybe I'll root for Maddie. I think that's his name, Matt, right? Matt? The guy that I said was Michael. I don't know. I don't remember his name, but he seemed like he prepared for the show. He prepared for the show. I mean, he's lacking in testosterone as well, but he's gay, so who gives a shit, right? He doesn't need it. He doesn't need to be masculine to take it from the back. Anyways, but he seems prepared for the show, so maybe I'll root for him. He seems very competitive and very driven, so maybe I'll root for him. But no, man, I don't identify with any of these people. It's very confusing to me. All right, so on the green tribe, there's some love story going on with this effeminate dude with glasses on, and some weird, goofy, nerdy chick with glasses on. I don't care. On the blue tribe, they're still bugging about the freaking idol that's in the cage in the middle of the tribe, that they have to find the key. And everyone decided to go look for the key. And what is the name of that lady that is a drug counselor that seems to be on drugs? Oh, Caroline, I think that's what it is. Uh, I don't, at this point, I don't think she's actually on drugs, because if she was, it would be out of her system by now. And she's still acting the same. So maybe she's not on drugs. Maybe she has some special type of Tourette's, maybe some kind of Jim Carrey form of Tourette's that forces her to make random faces and actions. Uh, it's mind-boggling why an adult with children would have such little impulse control and emotional control, and is a counselor. An absolute Looney Tune. And she's supposed to be a responsible adult that has a job, that's supposed to be guiding people and also have children. What is this? Why is this considered quirky or anything? And the amount of screen time she gets is boggling. She's like, she reminds me of a child where their parents were very free and they never disciplined that person, and eventually they grow into an adult that have the same lack of discipline as that child did, and they just never grew out of it because no one set up any boundaries. But anyways, she goes out to look for Idol with everyone else, for the key for the cage for everyone else, and she's being all goofy and weird and shit. She found a snake and she freaks out and makes random faces like she's stuck in some kind of glitchy matrix. I just don't want to see her anymore. Either she has some sort of learning disability or she's just wasn't raised right. Either way, it bugs every part of my sensibilities to see an individual that malfunctioning as a grown, she's probably in her 50s, at least she looks like it. That consistency of leather in her skin, she's got to be close to 50 at least. Anyways, so we flip back to the goddamn Orange tribe, and Hank, dude that's kind of left out with the vote. He's looking around for idols, and everyone knows he's looking for idols. And yeah, so he's kind of a man on a sinking ship at the moment. All right. So and then we go back to the Green tribe, and the fireman that's like 2 feet tall. He's always active. His entire tribe is lazy as shit, and he's always active. And while he's out at being active, he's also looking for idols. And guess what? He found the key to the cage. Found the key, goes into the cage, unlocks it, and gets the idol, and then puts the bag back in the cage and locks it so that no one knows that someone found the idol. Brilliant work, nicely done. No one suspects him because they're so lazy, they rely on him to do all that work, so none of them suspect a thing. Love it. I might start rooting for him if he gets more screen time. I can see a little bit more of his personality. But right now, don't know. So we go back to the Purple tribe, and Weird Lady. Weird Lady's telling a story about how she's not going to give up looking for the idol. And in part of showing how tenacious she is, she tells a story about how one time when her kid swallows his tooth. So one of his teeth came out and he swallowed it. Maybe it was an accident that he swallowed it, or maybe he has whatever she has. So he swallowed the tooth. And she had a panic attack and decided to dig through his shit to get the tooth back. And I'm like, why? And then she ends the story with, I wasn't going to let my kid have no tooth to put under the pillow for the tooth fairy. I'm like, what? Bitch, you are the tooth fairy. You're the one giving him the quarter. He doesn't need a quarter. You don't need to dig through shit. Anyways, she finds the key for the cage. So right now, I believe all the keys are found because I think Danny, that's the fireman, he's got the key for the green. On the blue, who has it? I can't remember who has it on the blue. Someone has it on the blue. I know that. I just can't remember who it was. And then on the orange, Brandon already found it and used the idol. All right. So now I think all of them are found. I just can't remember who found it on the blue tribe. Or was it? Yeah, I think it's blue. Yeah, there's green, orange, and then blue. Yeah. That's probably right. All right. Anyways. So she found the key. Crazy lady then decides to go get the idol in the cage. So there she is. The rest of the tribe goes out to go find something. All together. They're all together. So she decides to go into the cage. It's the cage right here. Unlock it with the key. Get the bag. So she grabs the bag out of the cage. She's freaking out. And she grabs it. She stuffs the whole bag in her pants. And she runs back to the shelter. And then she chills at the shelter. She gets her emotions finally under control because she's a goddamn spaz. And then she realized that everyone is going to know that she took it because the cage is open and it's empty. And she was the only one that didn't go with them. So now she panics again and she runs back to the cage, stuffs the bag back in there, inside the cage, hang it back up, and then close the cage before everyone comes back and runs back and checks out her idol or whatever. The rest of the tribe comes back. They go check the cage. They check the cage. They notice the bag is slightly open and it looks a little empty. So they figure someone got it. They all start questioning each other and they literally all go together to empty each other's bags in front of each other. And they're all talking back and forth behind the camera, talking about how they suspect this person has it or that person has it. Neither one of them suspects Caroline, crazy lady, to have it because she's a goddamn spaz and no one thinks she's that tricky enough to actually have it. So they discounted her right away because apparently everyone notices she's a mental patient. But she's nervous that they're going to know that she has it and she's freaking out, but they immediately discounted her. They discounted her because they didn't think she has it because for some reason, while everyone keeps their stuff in their bag, she takes out all of her clothes out of her bag and just tosses it everywhere. So everyone knows her bag is empty. But the problem was she had the key in her pocket, not in the bag. So they didn't think she had it because she keeps her bag empty because she doesn't know what bags are for. I've had enough. I just don't want any more of this woman on the screen, but the producers keep giving her screen time. Like she's the most fascinating character in the world. She's not interesting. I've seen children act like that. It's weird that an adult acts like that, but it's concerning, not interesting. Anyway, so she has the idol on her tribe, and her tribe suspects everybody else but her. All right, so we go to the immunity challenge where 3 tribes are going to be competing. All right. Oh, so I was wrong. It's purple, green, and orange. On the orange tribe, Brandon over here had that immunity idol. He already used it. On the green tribe, where's the fireman? Here. He's the shortest one, shortest guy. So fireman, I think his name is Danny. He has it. He has the immunity idol. And on the purple tribe, Caroline, crazy lady, she has it. All right, so that's all the idols. And I think they suspect another one is going to be on the orange tribe because it was just used. So that's why Hank, I think that's what his name is, was looking for it. All right, so they're here for the immunity and reward. The first place winners are going to get immunity and they're going to get fishing gear. Second place is going to get immunity and some fishing gear, but not as much as the other one. And in last place, they're going to lose their flint and they're going to have to vote someone up. All right. So in this one, there's going to be an obstacle course, obviously. All right. First part of the obstacle course, they have to dig through some sand to get a ball. Then as a tribe, they have to, oh, there we go. That's a good image. All right. So I believe they're going to start over here and then they're going to run up here as a tribe. Then here, then they're going to come here. What is this? I don't remember what this. Oh, they have to dig through this. I think it's like sandbags. They have to dig through this to get something. And then over here, they have to dig through the sand to get something again. I don't remember what they get over here. Maybe they just have to carry these. I don't know. I don't care. I wasn't paying attention. So they have to dig through here, get a ball. Then they have to lift up this thing over here, lift it up to make a ladder over here. Then one person have to climb up here. Then they have to throw down the rope. And then the tribe got to pull the rope, which is going to pull a bridge over there. And then the person has to climb over the bridge, pull a lever on the other side, which is going to help lock the bridge in place. So they're going to release the rope. The bridge is going to lock in place. They got to climb up and crawl across and then slide down on the other side. And then they're going to do a sliding, is it a puzzle? I think it's a puzzle. All right, so, well, it's not really a puzzle. All right, so then when they get to the other side, then they have to do this little obstacle here. They're going to choose one person. And you see the orange tribe chose Matthew, I think his name is. And then this guy, can't remember his name. And then this girl, I think her name is not Helen. I don't remember her name, but they chose her. In this one, he was dropping a lot. He was dropping the ball. You see the ball here. They have to lift the ball up through the obstacle and then all the way to the top. He was dropping a lot. He didn't drop once. He went straight up all the way, dropped the ball. And so they won. The orange tribe won first place. Then it came down between green and purple. And in the end, she dropped a couple of times and then he was able to get it. And then he made it, which means purple is going to tribal council. So at the moment, we have one person got voted out from the orange tribe. I believe it was, God damn it. Maddie was her name. Yes, Maddie got voted out. So she's gone from the orange tribe, and then on the purple tribe, I believe someone got injured in the first episode, and he got medevaced. All right, so that's another person missing, and now purple is going back to tribal again, which means they're going to be losing another person. And I think they also have a person, which was the one that was playing the obstacle there. She's the one that lost her vote. All right, so she has no vote. So only, what, 4 people are going to be voting? All right, so there's 5 people left and 4 people are going to be voting. So not good for them. All right, so one lost their tribe. Okay, so go back to the tribe. Purple tribe is the tribe with the crazy lady, and apparently they have 2 gays. They have that NASA student and the flamboyant, fat, Puerto Rican. I don't know. I don't remember what his ethnicity was. So they're balling with all the gays, and they have the crazy lady, and then they have Helen. Helen wants to get rid of the crazy lady. She's the Asian. Is she like the only Asian? I think she's the only Asian. I don't know. But when you diversify, once in a while, a couple of ethnicities is going to drop to a crack, and this time it's the Asians. So unfortunate. So she's planning to get rid of the crazy lady. So she's gathering everybody else to vote for the crazy lady. Then flamboyant Puerto Rican, he's like, I guess he's having a heat stroke because of all the hair on his body. You see him here. So he wants to save crazy lady. And so he runs to her and goes to tell her that they're going to vote for Helen. And I don't think anyone knows that, oh, her name is Sarah, that she doesn't have a vote. So he runs to Helen and he's telling her that they're going to work together with NASA student, and they're going to vote off Helen. And she's having a panic attack because she thinks NASA student is cool with everyone, and she doesn't know why he would want to help her. And so she's having a panic attack for that. And she's worried that she has to play her idol, and she doesn't want to play it. So she drops on the ground, spazzes out, picks up some leaves, and then toss it over her shoulder. I'm not even joking. Like, she literally does that in the middle of talking to two other adults. She goes boneless, drops on the ground, freaks out, grabs a handful of leaves, stands up, and then tosses it over her shoulder and just carries on talking like that didn't happen. Anyways, they go to tribal, and everyone's talking back and forth, and everyone's being, kind of neutral with their responses. And NASA student was being very neutral in his stances, and that got crazy lady even more nervous, and she started crying. First she was making faces, and then Jeff asked her about why she was making faces while he was talking. She started crying, and she started explaining about how grateful she is, and a bunch of other stuff, and her facial expressions were all weird and wonky and difficult to listen to. So she does that. Then they go to vote. They all put down their votes, and no one plays an idol. There was a whole thing where they showed her in the diary room freaking out because there was a bunch of chess pieces, and I'm just sick of how much screen time this lady gets. I just don't understand why. So the votes come out. It's 1 vote for crazy lady and 3 votes for Helen. And of course, the other lady couldn't vote, so Helen goes home. Bye-bye, only Asian. I'm thinking about it now. I think she is literally the only Asian. Well, she's gone. So that's the end of it. I don't know if I like this show anymore. I'm thinking of sticking with only the Australian and South African version, because the American version is going way downhill, like really fast, and it's getting worse with new seasons. Well, till next time.